We are here on launch day for the book Never Give Up. We're speaking with a bunch of the authors today, and we have one here with us, Ewa Krempa. Ewa, welcome. Thank you for being here and for being part of the Never Give Up family. So why don't you just tell everyone a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Hello, everyone. I'm so grateful to be here, first of all, and thank you, Sally, for having me here. This is such an honor to be able to speak, at these events. So my name is Ewa. Just a little background about me. I'm originally born and raised in Europe, in Poland, and came to Canada many moons ago, long time ago. We came to Canada and we stayed here, and then life goes on. And currently, fast forward, I am a mindset and success coach, and now author for the second time. My first book with action was The Midlife Awakening, and now I have a pleasure of being in the second collaboration book called The Never Give Up. So I'm here with you guys.
Perfect. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your coaching business and what you do there?
Basically, I help people to rediscover who they are and help them with whatever journey they're on. Everybody's different, so everybody has something they're working through. So basically, it's just realigning themselves with their purpose and bringing out the best in what they do. Just polishing up and. Basically that's what I do right now. I design my own courses as well, and now I share my stories with the world through Action Publishing. So that's basically in a nutshell as well what I do at the moment.
Right, great. So what made you decide to write a chapter in a book called Never Give Up?
What's actually funny story, because I've always wanted to write a book on my own, and I started, but it was more about travel, because I have a really strong things about I love to travel basically. So I started writing this book, but it never came into life. It's still sitting on my hard drive from like 10 years ago. And then all of a sudden, when I started self-development, going to coaching, I met so many wonderful people through this process that it's like one thing led to another and the door opened. And all of a sudden I met Nikki, who got me into this. And I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. This is, instead of writing a whole book and, sweating it out when I've never done it, a chapter is perfect start. So that's how I actually started with one. And before I knew it, I was into a second one, and I'm actually on to my third one. But anyhow, it's like they say, once you open a bag of chips, you start with one, you can't stop. And that's exactly what happened here. So yeah, it was actually a deep desire for me to, I think, share my insights, stories, and I guess this is the way it was meant to be. So here I am.
Yeah. So do you have a story of never giving up that you shared here that maybe you can tell a little snippet without giving too much away?
Basically, a never give up kind of helps with personal development. I went through a rough period when I was younger, and the reason I did this chapter in this book is because I feel like no matter what you're going through in life, there's always a way out, or as they say, stepping through it. Like I was at a point where I was breaking in my life, and I almost saw no way out. But there was something inside of me that's like, it was telling me, hang in there, hang in there. And then I, though I didn't have the resources at that time I needed, so it was a long time for me to get out of whatever I was going to. But as I opened another door and another door, I found there was more than enough resources out there for us to get through whatever we're going through. And I want people to know that there is a way. No matter what you're going through in life, there is a way to get out of it. There's always help you can ask for. And sometimes I say, I wish I knew what I know now, then what I know now. But this is how we learn, like through experiences.
Yeah, and I've been on a personal development journey for a long time, and I started back in the late '80s. I went to go see Tony Robbins, and that changed everything for me. And I went on this personal development journey and reading all the books, and then life happens, and you kind of like step away from it, and then get back into it, and when you need it. And the same thing happened to me in 2020, where I felt that I was in that place, that brokenness, that, what have I done to myself, and where am I going, and asking all those questions. And I picked up the self-development stuff again. I started reading those books again, and going after, saying, what, all right, this is my time, and going after. Did you have a similar experience? Is that something you've been
I would
years
say
and years looking at?
Yeah, definitely. I felt like the universe was giving me those little nudges when I was younger. And because the first time I had those nudges, it was in 2006 when I heard about The Secret, as a lot of people have. And I read it. And I used a lot of the secret methods to manifest, like my traveling on the world and a few other things. But I never really used it for my own inner healing that I needed at that time. But it was like those, you get those little nudges, but just sometimes you don't recognize them. So anyhow, the time went by. I studied a little bit of, different teachers and authors throughout the time. I actually met Dr. Wayne Dyer in Vancouver at one point. Went to another speaker in Edmonton as well, Michael Bernard Bathwood. I also met him in person. So it was like, yeah, I knew I wanted to, you would call it, fix whatever was happening in me. But I never really took it as far as I should have, because personal development in my culture, it wasn't really, we really went after, like back in those days. It kind of makes me sound really old, but it feels like forever ago. And then I started going into Bob Proctor. Like Bob Proctor reappeared in my life again in 2018. And I was like, I've seen him in The Secret before and many other speakers, but they really haven't touched me to the way they have a couple of years ago. And that's when I took a personal development to the next level. I said, something happened actually too. My daughter was born, and I was like, do I want to do what I'm doing, or do I want to go deeper into who I was, the person and the life I want to create for myself? And she was kind of, I would call it my wake up call. And that's when I really sat down and went into personal development with Bob Proctor. Tony Robbins is one of my other favorites. And I took his courses as well. I did a lot of back-to-back studying, reading books like you yourself as well. And it was just that's how I actually got into the midlife awakening book, because it was a midlife awakening for me. And it's kind of like, it's not that I was living a bad life. It was just I was carrying a lot of stuff inside me from childhood and the things that have happened, and I just didn't know how to let go. And believe me, people try giving me depression pills and all that. It's like, you know what? I don't want to just camouflage it. I want to get out of it. I want to really feel light and empowered and new and reborn, you could say. And basically that's what happened. The transformation and that in the last 2 years just have been for me phenomenal. And I encourage anybody, to really look inside yourself. If you're going through stuff, find yourself first, before you try going out to the world. Like, there's so many things going on. It's so busy. The world is such a busy place now that half the time we don't take care of ourselves, I feel. And that's why the last few months, even, it's just been amazing journey. And that's why I've decided also to help others with their journey if they need it. I'm there for you. I know what it's like to go through some of the things in life. So I just feel like I can be a huge, that helping stone for you,
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love that, the whole personal development thing, I'm right there, right along with you.
Yeah.
So we're talking with the authors of Never Give Up. If you are interested in getting your copy, head on over to actiontakerspublishing.com/never. Get your copy there, and you'll be able to pick up a bunch of free gifts from the authors over there as well. Eva, if people want to connect with you, how do they do that?
Probably the best way at the moment is through Linktree, because there's a lot of links to my other social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You can even book a call with me through Calendly. Everything is all there on that one Linktree. So that's where they can head over. And I actually do have some free gifts as well. And there is also a connection on Linktree for that as well.
Awesome. So what is the one thing that you want the readers to take away from reading your chapter in this book?
In short, life is too precious, and I just say never give up. Whatever you're going through, never give up. Life is too precious to be stuck in whatever might be happening. Just push through it. We're all there to help each other, or help each other grow and expand our awareness.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, for being part of this book, and for sharing your story and Never Give Up. Just a quick reminder to everyone, be sure to head on over to actiontakerspublishing.com/never. Pick up your copy. Eva, is there anything else you want the readers to know before we head on out? Any last words of wisdom?
Just be you and never give up. That's all.
Right. That's it.
And thank you so much for having me here, Sally. It's an honor to be here with you today. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
It's so powerful for those of you watching that maybe haven't, you've got the bug to write, but you're super scared. Collaboration books are an incredible place to start. And just to plug Action Takers a little bit, I don't know about other publishers. They're the only one I've ever worked with, but they've made it so easy. You literally write your chapter and send, and then it's all the work is done.
I know.
That's literally all you do.
And then you're connected with all these other amazing women who are like-minded.
Stories and journeys, and yes,
they have made it so easy. So shout out to Linda and to Sally for just really creating this amazing space for us to use our voices.
Yes, I love it so much. That's amazing.